Before we start the episode, we would like to acknowledge that this podcast is recorded on the stolen lands of the Turrbal and Yagara people. We would like to pay our respect to the elders past and present and extend that respect to any Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people listening today. Hello lovelies, just popping on before you get to listen to this incredible episode with the Jessabelle. We filmed this before she went over to Las Vegas and won the title of Miss Exotic Worlds at the Burlesque Hall of Fame. So it's been a little bit of time since then, but congratulations Jessabelle, you are incredible to say the least. Anyways, without further ado, I hope you love this episode with jessabellethunder. Jessabellethunder has been captivating audiences since 2009 with her signature mix of power, playfulness, and magnetic stage presence. Crowned Miss Exotic World, Queen of Burlesque at the Burlesque Hall of Fame, she's an international headliner who's toured 11 countries, including Japan and Australia with Tito Bonito, and shared the stage with icons like Lizzo and Dita von Teese. Consistently named one of the top 10 most influential performers by 21st Century Burlesque Magazine, Jessabelle is celebrated for her striking musicality, cheeky sass, and a passion that radiates from the stage straight into the hearts of her audience. She's definitely been taking the burlesque world by storm. She's the 8th and 9th world wonder, Jessabellethunder.
Welcome back to the Burlesque Bulletin podcast. I am your host, Honey Holloway, and today, all the way from London, we have Jessabellethunder. Hello.
Hello.
How are you going?
I am well, thank you. Having some coffee in the morning.
Yes, gotta have the coffee. Obviously, I said you are all the way from London, but you are originally from California and you're doing some shows and a tour and everything. Can you tell everyone, for the people that don't know you, which would be crazy if they don't, because, but for the people that don't know you, can you give a little brief history and what you have been doing in London?
Yes, well, I come back. I tend to go back and forth. London is like my second home. In the sense that I want to be here permanently. So whenever I get a chance to, I'll come over and just do a couple shows here and there if people let me, and just hang out with friends and just have a good time. It was always my dream growing up to come to London because I was just obsessed with everything I saw, movies, music, television. Somehow it always I always gravitated towards it. And I think in like 2013 or 2014 I came for the first time, and I remember stepping off the airplane at the airport and just feeling this overwhelming sense, this like energy that felt like this is right. This is where I belong.
Wow.
I love Los Angeles, born and raised in Los Angeles, but I just was like, this is where I need to be. If I'm not in Los Angeles living, this is where I need to be.
Amazing.
And ever since then, I've been connected to it, and the people here are so great, and the shows are wonderful. And I really feel like here they really appreciate cabaret more than I think in the US. And so I also love that bit about it too, because I feel like everyone in this city has been to a cabaret show and seen burlesque and seen variety at circus at least once, or not twice. I guarantee it.
So the first time you went to London, was that just on a holiday by yourself, or was it specifically for burlesque?
I remember trying to do a couple shows, but this was 2013 or 20, I think it was 2013, because I think the first time I competed at Beehoff was 2014. So it was like I was still kind of fairly new-ish. Like I hadn't gone very far. I had never gone to another country, but I think I'd just been around California mostly, if not Colorado, like West Coast states performing. So yeah, when I came with two other burlesque people that I performed with in Los Angeles, and we came here for like a week, I think, a week and a couple days. And I tried to message people to say like, "Oh, I'm coming. Here's who I am. Here's a video. Here's my bio. I'd love to do some shows if they're available." And yeah, no one got back to me.
Oh, damn. But you
Because
came back anyways, and then, the rest is history. So,
I think the next time, it might have been the same year, honestly, because that was February, early 2013, and then in November I applied for the World Burlesque Games, which
mhm.
was a which was the it was the first year they were doing it here in the UK in London, and I applied and got accepted to compete for newcomer or international newcomer or something like that. And so I scrounged up all the money I could and came back again in November, and that's when I met more people. And so that kind of snowballed into where I am now. But it was that second
Amazing.
time. Yeah. It's very interesting.
So, if we can rewind right back to the start, how did you get into burlesque?
Try to condense this
Yeah, I'm sure it's a long story.
as much as possible. Um, it all started way back in the day, in the beginning. Um, 40 Deuce was a show in Los Angeles. It was a burlesque experience. It was a live band and these trained dancers who were doing backflips and splits on the ceiling and on the bars. It was like a whole experience. And I remember wanting to go there so badly because it was like a celebrity hotspot. And at the time, I was so into going anywhere celebrities were going, like coffee shops, restaurants. And then when I turned 21, they closed the location in Los Angeles. So I didn't get to go to 40 Deuce. But there was one in Las Vegas. So I went with my boyfriend at the time to Las Vegas to go see it. And I was just like obsessed with it. And I was like, oh my God, I wish I could do that. But looking at them, it's funny because they're people I now dance with. But at the time, looking at them, I was like, I could never be like them because they're all trained ballerinas and jazz dancers. They have the perfect bodies in my eyes at the time. And I was just like, I just want to see more of this, but I don't think I could ever do it. But maybe one day I could try it, but I knew that wasn't ever going to happen in my brain at the time. And then we went to Colorado, he and I, for a family thing he had. And I was like, let's go see a burlesque show here and see what it looks like here. And it was very different from 40 Deuce, obviously. It wasn't like a celebrity hotspot bar setting, it was an actual stage show with different performers doing various acts that I had never seen. So, comedic, all the varieties of burlesque, basically. And they had a student showcase that night. And I was like, oh, what? There's a school of burlesque? That's wild. Who knew that existed? And so coming back to Los Angeles, he surprised me and put me into a burlesque class in LA. And I was like, I don't want to. He called me and he said, I'm going to pick you up tomorrow morning, bring your workout clothes. And I'm like, what are we doing? We're going for a hike. I don't like surprises. Just tell me what we're doing. And then he's like, no, it's a good one. It's a surprise. I'm not going to tell you. And then before he hung up the phone, he was saying, bring your like stripper shoes. Cause I was trying to do pole dancing at that time, trying to test out the waters and push myself outside my comfort zone. Anyway, he told me to bring my stripper shoes. And I was like, no, now you have to tell me what's going on. And then he put me in the classes. And yeah, I just got to meet so many different people. And it was so nice to see the variety of bodies and the types of people in the classes. And yeah, and then from there, I created my own act with the school, the next series they had. And 16 years later, something I said I didn't want to do, I now do and I've kept doing.
Amazing. That's the best present ever to a burlesque class.
Yeah, sorry, that was the longest story
No,
ever.
no, 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 it's fine. I mean, it's been a few years, so you gotta explain the whole trajectory.
It's most importantly that I didn't want to do it, but at the time I was going to school to be a marriage and family therapist.
Mhm.
So I was just like, right, I need to push myself out of my comfort zone to be more confident. Because if I'm
Mm.
sitting with clients, I need to know how to. I don't do that now. I don't sit with clients. I didn't get a license. Just FYI. I did go to school and I graduated, but not a license. But at that time I was like, all right, if I need to build my confidence, so I need to push myself out of my comfort zone. And that's when that class happened, and I was like, I don't want to do this, but I'm going to do it, and say I did it one time, and then
And then you just kept going.
going.
It's
Yeah.
meant to be.
Yeah.
So how did you come up with your burlesque name?
That's a good question. um what I mean, it doesn't matter if people know that much, but I wanted it to be a name that I would respond to. So my sister helped me come up with Jessabelle, the first one. And then J Thunder has been my nickname for my friends outside of
Oh.
burlesque events for a long time, since college, since undergrad, if not high school. It's just no, undergrad. Yeah, it's been my nickname, J Thunder. And so I knew I wanted to keep that somehow.
Mhm.
So that's how these two words collided. And it's really interesting because everyone for a long time, and I still think people say that, like it sounds like a wrestling name.
A little bit, but burlesque and wrestling, like I feel like they're the same vibe sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Jessabelle sounds so light and cute, but Thunder's
Mhm.
powerful. And it's
Yeah.
so funny to me that my sister helped me come up with the first name, and then J Thunder was my last name, nickname, whatever. And combining those two at the time, I didn't think too much about it. I was like, yeah, that sounds good. And now I think, oh my God, that is me.
Yeah.
That is me as a performer. Like I can be cute and soft and flirty and coquettish, but I can also be like powerful and like hit you with a bang at the same time.
Definitely, definitely it works. So, how would you describe yourself in 5 words?
Oh God.
I mean, you kind of said a few anyways when you were describing your names. So,
That's true. That's true. How would I describe myself or my performance
well,
style?
your performer personality.
Talking about myself is so hard. I'm like, oh, you want to talk about the dancing? I can talk about that. I think, yeah, five words, I guess. Powerful, right? Powerful. Um, Sassy, flirty, soft. I don't know enough.
Feels good. Feels good if you can only come up with four.
I'm always that person that, have you ever had those things, those games where you have to take the word and make other words out of it? Do you know that game?
I mean, I know of it. I don't know if I've actually ever played it though.
I'm just
I'd be
making that,
terrible at it.
yes, I'm making that connection because they're usually like, oh, you can come up with 5 words from this one word. And I would always be one off all the time.
That sounds hard.
5 is hard for my brains for some reason. 4 is good all the time, but 5 never works. I don't know.
Well, the four's good now. That's all right. So who's been some of your burlesque inspirations?
I knew that question was going to come.
Another hard one. I'm so sorry.
It is. It's a usual question, but it's hard in the sense that I get inspired from so many people. I think the first person that definitely caught my attention and inspired me was Coco Electric from Texas.
Okay.
I don't
Yep.
know if she still lives there. I think she still performs every once in a while, but she was with the Jigglewatts in Texas for a long
Mhm.
time. And yeah, I just loved watching her perform because she was the embodiment of everything I think I want to be as a performer. So except for she's a trained dancer, so she has that going for her. She's an amazing dancer, but she was also like fun and flirty, but also powerful on stage and really captivating and really brought the audience in. And I was like, I feel like that's me. I feel like I want to be better at it, but I feel like that's where I'm going, kind of sort of. Um, as opposed to like the more super sensual side and the more comedic side. Like I don't think I have either of those two extremes. I think I'm like somewhere in the middle. So I was very inspired by her because I feel like she was very much all of that in one. kind of thing. But that was the first burlesque person I was just like really obsessed with. I think now that time has gone on and I've, been in this for so long, I think my friends really inspire me constantly. So like my bestie Tito Bonito and Ginger Valentine and Jake Dupree, like all the people I get to see on a regular basis, like really inspire me. I think such a generic answer, but I think everyone also just inspires me. Wherever I go, whenever I travel, I get inspired by people and in different ways. So yeah.
Hey Burlesque Baddies, it's Honey Holloway. I'm so sorry to interrupt your episode, but it's for good reason. I'm here to tell you all about the Patreon. I've been absolutely terrible at promoting this because we're all going through a hard time, I know. But if you enjoy the podcast and you would like to support little old me, please head over to patreon.com and join. We have one tier at the moment. It's just the support tier. It's less than a coffee a month. So it's really something super minuscule to help the podcast keep going and help it get better and sound better. We have deleted scenes over there. We have bloopers. My Patreon members also get to choose a lot of the cool stuff that goes on behind the scenes. So whether that be as small as font, who comes next, who you want to hear from, what guests you want next, what topics you want next. We've got first dibs on merch, that's stickers, shirts, even totes may be coming. We also have Patreon exclusive episodes coming very soon as well. So it's really it's all happening over there. So I really hope you come and join us on the Patreon. Get yourself some discounts, some goodies, enter some giveaways. It's all happening. So that's patreon.com, or you can find the link in our Instagram bio. Anyways, thank you so much for listening to my little TED Talk. Now back to the episode.
So do you have a specific creative process, or does it change all the time? How does it work for you when creating an act?
Music first, always. Always music first. There have been times when it hasn't been that way, when someone's like, I have a theme show. Do you want to do this character? And I'm like, okay, I guess so. But then I will choose that character, but then I take a long time to choose the music. So music is the most important thing to me. If I don't connect to the music, then it's not the same. I can figure it out, but I have to have the music has to sit with me and draw the emotions out of me, whatever the emotions are. And that's like number one. And that then dictates what else will happen. In my brain, that dictates for me a costume, color, a movement, the way the song is, how the fabric, what kind of fabric I want to use, what kind of prop I might want to have. Like it all comes from what I hear in the song that I choose, if that makes sense.
So if you could choose someone to share a dressing room with, who would it be?
Oh, Tito. 100%.
Yeah.
Tito. We share so many dressing rooms together. Yeah, definitely. Always. We just always have a good time backstage. The one person, yeah, that I would choose for sure.
No. So what has been one of your favorite highlights throughout your burlesque journey? I know there's a few, but if you can name at least one.
There's so many. Someone just asked me this the other day, honestly. I just do I have to choose one
You can say a few. Yeah, you can say a few. Yeah.
I think anytime I travel outside of America to do burlesque, within America I travel, and that it's a good time, but it's just a different experience when I travel overseas. Like I've gotten to go to so many places like Japan, Australia. Did we? Oh my God, my brain! I'm having a brain fart. I know we were in Brisbane.
Yes, I was really sad that I couldn't attend, but I was actually in Europe when you guys were in Brisbane.
Oh no!
I was like, no, and I hadn't seen Ivana at that point, so I was like, no, why didn't they finally come to Brisbane and then I have to be overseas? Like,
Where were you?
I was probably in London at that point, or Scotland. Me and my partner were doing a little trip over there. So yeah, or maybe it was Italy. It was somewhere in Europe at that point.
Fun. That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Brisbane. That was a great experience going. I mean, I never thought in a million years I'd be able to travel overseas, and that burlesque would be the thing that would take me there. Never in 1,000 million years would I ever have thought that. I never have thought I would ever be doing this, to be honest, either. I wasn't that kid. I was definitely not that person.
You didn't dance when you were younger or anything like that?
Dance
Wow.
classes. I'm not a theater person. I took choir in high school, but I was always in the group choirs. Like I was never a soloist. I just was always the person that just wanted to be in the background mostly. I'm like, I
Hmm.
want cool things that put me in the forefront, but I'm too scared. So I'm gonna stay back here and support.
I just realized I forgot to ask you the most important question that I usually ask all my guests. The first question is,
Uh-huh.
what is your zodiac sign?
Oh, I'm a Capricorn.
Capricorn. Do you know your moon and rising?
No.
Okay, I'll have to figure it out for you later. But Capricorn, I love that. I'm a fellow earth sign, I'm a Taurus, so
Okay. Oh,
yeah.
like pre Taurus. Yeah, I love that. Jake always sends me zodiac things about Taurus and Capricorn all the time.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
they get along well. Fellow earth signs get along well.
I have heard someone tell me, two people have told me I'm a double cap
Oh,
somewhere.
mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh, that and a Sagittarius. A
Okay.
cap, double cap and a Sagittarius somewhere in those
Okay.
things.
Could be moon or rising or mixed, something like
Yeah. Yeah. But everything people tell me, I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds like me.
that. So you said about your highlights with traveling and everything. Has there been any low lights or maybe not so great moments?
There's a lot of great, not great moments and mixed in with the great moments.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Gosh, I don't know that I can. I think I have this superpower of being able to suppress things. So sometimes my brain just goes, that was a bad experience. Push that to the back of your mind and forget about it. So like
Fair.
having to call that up one particular moment right now is quite hard.
Do
But
you have
it's
any specific malfunctions on stage that you can remember?
oh yeah, there you go.
They all come flooding back.
I've fallen so many times, but I definitely broke my ankle in
Oh
2021.
no.
That was a low light. But I don't yeah, it's kind of hard because there that was a low time, a low moment, like a that mishap. It was a huge mishap. I had to have surgery and everything because of it. And it was during performing that happened. But I've kind of now that so many years have gone by and I've gotten stronger from it, I kind of
Mm.
don't see it as such a bad moment. Like it was pretty bad.
But you
Like
were
who
able to learn and grow from it and obviously heal as well, literally and
yeah, I
figuratively.
sometimes forget that I broke my ankle. I'm like,
How
oh
long
right,
ago was it?
2021, October.
Okay. So I mean
And
that I was gonna say not that long ago, but it kind of was a little like
yeah, it doesn't I don't realize that we're like so far from that. But yeah, it feels like it was just last year, but it wasn't at the same time too. Yeah, in October I broke it, had surgery the next morning, and then
Mhm.
by March, into February or March 2022, I was back dancing in like a dance shoe. So it
Wow.
wasn't even like I wasn't out for very long. And in between that time, I was performing barefoot when people would let me because I was like, I can't not do this. I can't. So as soon as I got my boot off and was able to put weight on both my feet, I was like, I'm performing barefoot.
My gosh. So has it felt like strong? Have you been like doing lots of exercises and stuff to help it?
I kind of I haven't been as great about exercising like I was in the beginning. Like definitely in
Mm.
the beginning, I was like, let's go in the gym constantly. I had a first physiotherapy at the same time. I was like going hard to get my legs stronger. And I'm still trying to like when I work out at the gym sometimes or when I walk or whatever, I think about making my legs in general stronger
Mm.
so that and my knees I don't want them to give out on me at any point. So I think about that. But yeah, it's definitely, people told me when it happened, they're like, it's gonna be stronger. But
Mm.
I didn't quite get it. I was like, yeah, whatever. I broke a bone. Like, how is it gonna be stronger now? And it definitely there's a difference in the way I was moving before than the way I move now. And I could see that in when I roller skate. It's such a weird example, but when before I got back into high dance shoes, I got back on roller skates.
Oh wow. Oh my gosh.
The PT people were like, "Well, you can probably roller skate now because it's got, the ankle, the straps go up to the ankle and things like that." And I
Yeah.
was like, "Well, let me try it." And I got back onto roller skates before I was able to put on my dance shoes. And my stability was, I was surprised how much more stable I felt. It was really weird.
Wow, that's crazy. Do you rollerblade that often?
I do. I roller skate. Yeah. I try to roller skate where I can. Yeah. I haven't done it here since I've been back to London because I have a pair of skates that stay here.
Oh my gosh. That's
But I
so
haven't
cool.
had a chance yet. But when I go home, it's going to be, longer days. It'll be hotter. So when I go back to LA, I'm definitely getting back on my skates.
Amazing. So if you could travel back in time and talk to yourself when you started burlesque, what would you say?
Ooh. Oh. What would I say? I would say so many things. I would, oh gosh, I would just probably say keep going. Like don't let so many things affect you so much, I guess, in the beginning.
Mm.
Now that I've been doing this for 16 years, I still have those moments where if I get told no, I don't want to be in a show, or I can't be in a show, or if someone's not communicating well with me as a producer, or like, those things we fall into, when I reach out to someone and they might not get back to me at all, or they might say you're not right for the show or whatever. Like I kind of sit with it for a minute and I get really sad about it. And I have these moments of like, oh God, I must really suck. But then I can snap back out of it a bit sooner than I used to be able to. So I probably just tell myself like, stay strong.
Mhm.
But I have grown from that for sure.
For sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
So have you received any good advice that you've sort of held on to throughout your burlesque journey from any mentors or just anyone, really?
Mm, I gosh, these are such good questions.
Sorry.
No, they're good. They're good questions. Any advice? Again, it's hard for me to like bring it up.
Mm.
I hope look, I've never had to sit down with any kind of mentor or anything like that. I will say, just I'm sure I've gotten so much good advice, but the one that comes to mind right now as I think about it is in the beginning when I first took the burlesque classes I was taking. They were saying it was with Penny Star Jr. and Jewel of Denial, who are performers, and they still are performing kind of sort of nowadays. But in the beginning of those classes, they were telling us to have costumes that you could mix and match. And they were saying that you didn't have to use one costume for one thing. Like your costume could be used for multiple things. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And I think that's really helped my burlesque along in my career because I'm not fixed on this has to be with this song only. I can throw on any song and make it work with any costume that I have and any pieces that I can have. I think just the idea of being flexible is what they were trying to tell us, and I feel like that was really helpful to hear in the very beginning before I started because I that just molded and shaped the way I started my doing my acts. I just knew that I didn't have to be so stuck on this had to only be for this. And I could kind of expand my brain and my repertoire by doing I'm able to do so many different venues and settings because I have that foundation of like make it work, be flexible.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so good. I haven't I've asked obviously a lot of people that question and I've never got that answer. So I reckon that's yeah, really, really great advice, solid advice. Because then you can be
Yeah,
so versatile, which is great.
yeah, yeah. especially, yeah, I've danced on giant theater stages. I've danced in tiny bars. I've danced in dinner shows. I've danced in anything. But I can always make it work. Like people are always telling me like, "Oh, I'm sorry the stage is so small." And I'm like, "Listen, I don't care. It's a stage. I can figure it out."
Yeah. Awesome. So do you have any tips for overcoming imposter syndrome?
You have any tips? Tell me, please. I probably definitely have that for sure.
Yeah. I mean, who doesn't really?
Yeah. You just have to push. I think the advice I would give is to just push through it. Sit with it, push through it, and know that what's the word I was going to use? Like sit with it, push through it, and kind of just find the wins that you've had, find the moment that kind of validate that you are good. Like I struggle with, I don't want to think I'm the best of the best. Like I never want to think that. And so in not letting my brain think that, then I just think I'm no good. I feel like I'm not good enough, but I know there's a middle ground.
Yeah.
I just have to like be like, okay, I've done these cool things. I am good. I'm a good performer, and I can't let my brain tell me I'm not that great. I'm a good entertainer. That's what I will say. That's what helps me figure it out. I go, I'm entertaining. I can entertain mostly anyone.
I think I can agree. I think pretty much everyone can agree on that. So if they've ever seen you perform.
Yeah, because people will say like, "Oh, you're such a great dancer," and I'm like, "Oh, I'm not really trained. I like to move. I wouldn't say I'm a dancer."
Yeah.
But I think there's that imposter syndrome, right? But I will tell myself, no, but I'm entertaining. I know I'm a good entertainer.
And I suppose I like to think of it as like, if you were the best of the best with everything, like you kind of would have nowhere to grow. So you'd kind of, just want to stop tomorrow because it's like you can't keep growing or keep continuing to be better because you're already at the top. So
yeah. No one's ever at the top ever.
Exactly. So you just got to keep striving.
Just push through that imposter syndrome and like know that you have growing to do and but also celebrate the wins you've had to tell yourself that you are good enough and you are good, yeah.
We will go to a break and we will be back with Jessabelle Thunder.
A quick thanks to Cam Attry for sponsoring the Burlesque Bulletin and for all his hard work behind the scenes, filming and editing the podcast. Cam has been involved in the burlesque industry for over 12 years through his photography and videography. If you are a performer looking to get promo photos and video, or a producer looking to get your show photographed or filmed, please contact Cam through his website, camattry.photography, or find him on Instagram at camattryphotovideo. And now back to the episode.
Hello, everybody. We are back with a Jessabelle Thunder, and we are going to play a game called This or That. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Is it going to be quick fire?
Yes. So the aim of the game is just choose your favorite, this or that.
Okay. All right.
Okay, we ready?
Yes.
Rhinestones or feathers?
Ooh, rhinestones. Oh my God, no, I don't know. Rhinestones. Okay. No, take that back. Feathers. Take it back. Sorry, I already failed this game.
C string or G string?
G string.
Neo or classic?
What I like to watch? Neo. What I like to do? I don't know.
Both.
Yeah, exactly.
Lace or leather?
Ooh, lace.
Tassels or assels?
Tassels for me.
Diamonds or pearls?
Diamonds. Sparkle.
Stocking heels or stripper heels?
Ooh, stripper heels.
Big stage show or intimate bar show?
Oh gosh. I never can answer this question. I pass, but I like both. I can't choose this or that. It's hard.
I know.
Yeah.
They're so different and they're so good by them.
Yeah.
Both of them are so
Yeah.
good.
That's a hard one. That's the hardest one.
Cabaret or comedy?
Ooh, cabaret.
Movies or a TV series?
TV series.
Are you watching anything at the moment that you like?
Oh, I need to finish Severance. I need to finish that.
I just finished it.
I have 2 more episodes left. I'm kind of like, hold, it's good. Okay. I'm holding on because I don't want it to end yet. Like the series. So I'm just like, if I just don't watch it, it's not over.
I think they are coming out with another season, aren't they?
I have no idea. I haven't heard anything yet.
I think so. I won't give much away, obviously, but I'm pretty sure. I'll be sad if they're not. So
Yeah. I also need to watch the new series of Handmaid's Tale that just came out.
yes, I do need to catch up on that as well. So many good shows. I don't know who it was, but I saw on my Instagram the other day that somewhere, I think it was in the States, they had a Severance burlesque show.
I think I have come across that as well.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the whole thing, but I'm like, how does that work?
I don't know. I think everyone was a character and I don't know, but it looked hilarious. And I was like, oh, I wish I was there for that.
Would you ever be severed?
I don't know. I say no.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's been some times in my life where I wouldn't have minded it for maybe a day or two. Although I really hated my last job. So I'm like, maybe if that was severed, I would probably do it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's interesting.
Would you?
I mean, I told you before the recording what I do. I'm not gonna tell everybody else, but
Yes.
I think I've spent my whole life being severed, honestly.
It's the two personalities. I do feel like that, especially as a creative, like going to a boring, well, my previous job was a very boring office type job vibes, and then being such a different person and then doing all my creative things. I'm like, those people are literally so different. So
Yeah. Go to work and you're like, these people have no idea what I'm doing.
exactly. They'd never suspect.
Yeah, no, I've thought about it. I'm like, would I be severed? And then I thought, no, I'm pretty sure I am. I mean, things are starting to mesh together more so now in my life. But before I was always like, nope, no, my whole life, not even just in burlesque. I always had separate, not a great thing probably to say, I don't know. I always had separate friends because like TMI, but not TMI. My parents were never married. So I always had two different lives essentially on the weekends and then on the weekdays. And I had friends on the weekdays and I had different friends on the weekends. So I've always like split things.
I feel like I'm the same. Like my last job, they'd always be like, come to the Christmas party, get drunk. And I'm like, I feel weird getting drunk with my colleagues. Like, I'm like, you can't know this side of me. It's weird.
Yeah, that's so true. I feel like most creatives are slightly severed.
Yeah. Yeah. They're great at disassociating, so it works, you know.
Yeah.
Sweet or savory?
Savory.
Halloween or Christmas?
Christmas, because that's around my birthday.
Oh yeah, Capricorn. Red or white wine?
Oh, red, the driest of red.
Ooh. Cocktails or beer?
Cocktails. I hate beer.
Me too. What's your go-to?
A Gold Rush with mezcal.
Ooh.
And I have had friends that are just like, you should tell people it's named after you, because most people don't know what a Gold Rush is. Like I didn't know for a good while. And then I go to bars like here in London too. And I'm like, can I get this? And they're like, what is that? And I tell them what the ingredients are. And they always kind of look at me skeptically.
Yeah, what's in it?
It's just honey syrup, lemon juice, and mezcal.
Oh my God. That sounds like all my favorite things.
Yes. People get so confused. I don't understand why they get confused. They also are iffy because they're like, that can't be that good. And they'll usually taste it, before they give it to me with a straw. They're like, oh. My friend's like, you should just say that it's named after you. I don't know what it is for some reason. I forgot where I was at a burlesque festival. Oh, it was in Washington State, Washington
Mhm.
State. And I think I was with Emma Jewel, another performer. Um, and we went to the bar and I was like, watch, I guarantee they're gonna be so confused when I ask for this. And and they in fact were very confused. They
I
were just like,
wonder, I wonder if it was like kind of a Californian thing, if it was where you grew up.
I don't maybe, but also when I tell them the ingredients, they're still confused.
Yeah, okay.
They're like, is that shaken? Is that stirred? Do you want to, is that a shot? Do you want a cocktail glass? Like so many questions. It's really, I'm like, it's only three ingredients. There's nothing you have to do. Just and done. That's it. And
I'll
people
have
fall.
to ask my partner if he knows the Gold Rush because he's a bartender and he's
Mm.
very, very into specific drinks. So,
Oh,
and
oh,
yeah, so I'll have to
it's a,
ask him. Be like, does
yeah,
this exist in your brain?
yeah. It's a classic cocktail. Apparently, I got introduced to it through another performer, Ashley Hayward in LA, at the show we used to do at this bowling alley bar show.
Oh, that's fun. Did you go bowling after?
As I said that, I realized how weird that was gonna sound. It was a bowling alley. It's still there. It's like this, they've done it up over the years. They've rebranded it kind of sort of. So it's got this like 1940s kind of vibe ish. It's whatever. It's strange, but it was a fun time. They don't do shows there anymore, unfortunately, as of recently. I hate that. But anyway, they had a good cocktail, like a good bar.
Mhm.
And so she told me about it, and I was like, oh, it's usually made with bourbon,
Oh,
usually.
okay. But you do the mezcal instead.
Yeah, I love mezcal.
Mm.
It's like, can that just be substituted? And then it's a game changer.
Well,
And
maybe that's so the normal is the bourbon and then the Jezebel Thunder will be with the mezcal.
that's what I think. I
Yeah.
feel I need to get some more confidence in there to go up to a bar and be like, can I get Jessabelle Thunder?
Yeah. And then just convince them to put it on the menu. Well, that is all of our game, by the way.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yes.
what do you have coming up in the next few months, or anything exciting that you can let us know about in the next year or till
Mm,
the end of the year?
what am I doing? I'm trying to put together, I don't know when this is coming out, but if anyone wants to hire me for a European tour, I'm working on putting together like a little European tour in October. So I'm chatting to a few people, but nothing is, there's a few things solidified, but not a lot, mostly in London. But
Mm-hmm.
my goal is to come back here and then go, other places.
Yeah.
Uh, in October because I'm sorry that I'm coming here to London, but I'm headlining the Bruges Burlesque Festival in
Oh,
October. So ideally, I would like to jump from Belgium to other places, that I haven't performed in. That's my
hmm.
goal. That's for October. And then in July, I'll be in Belgium again.
Hmm.
I'll be in I'll be in, I'll be in Ghent with Zuby Zoo during their Ghentese Festine. Hintefeesten is what they call it. It's this like 10-day festival in the city. It's amazing. I've done it like been there 3 or 4 times now, but it's the best time. So that's in July. So I'll be back overseas in July. But until then, I'm just doing shows in LA. I think.
Awesome. So
Not sure what
when do you fly back to LA from London?
Tuesday. I just forgot the biggest
Oh,
biggest my brain was thinking overseas 'cause I'm not home, but I'm like, oh my God, Beehive is coming.
oh, of course.
I was like, holy crap, I forgot. I'm not at
Like
home.
that's not important. It's like
Important, but my brain is kind of disassociated from it because I'm not home and
mm,
I haven't been working on my costume because I've been here. I don't have my tools. So I've kind of just been like, oh right. And I realize when I go home, I have to like
mhm.
start really working on it. I'm thinking about this yesterday, honestly. Actually, I was thinking about it because I'm like, oh, I have to book studio space to rehearse when I get home. Because when I get home, I only have a month essentially before BHOF. So yeah, that's a pretty big deal coming up.
Exciting.
Yeah, Yeah. Oh gosh. No, I think I've probably pushed it back because it's giving me anxiety.
Yeah. You've still got time. You've got time. You're all good.
Do I? I like have no time. I got I bought myself a new boa with no money that I don't have any money, but I somehow scrounged pennies to get a new boa for my act. And I haven't seen it because it arrived when I left. So I'm like, great. I hope it's good because when I go home I can't return it.
Oh yeah, true. Oh. So you're doing a whole new act for B-Hop?
Uh an act that I an act that I have, but I've only done it a handful of times.
Okay.
It's a newer act. I actually created it, speaking of Ghent in Belgium, created it for a show in Ghent last summer with Zuby Zoo.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it was a short story, but it was for like a Viva la Belgique show. So she wanted us to do Belgian artists or Belgian related acts, basically. But she had hired me before that was the theme. And so she's like, "Can you do something?" And I'm like, "I don't know." So she gave me this playlist of artists that were Belgian artists. And then there was one song on there that I was like, "Oh no, this is the song. This is it." And I did it last summer at the festival for in her show during the festival time. So I've only since then have done it a few times because it needs a stage.
Hmm.
Can't done it in like a bar setting. It doesn't feel right to me. So in LA, there's not many stages that I can do it on. So I've just been, whenever I travel, I've been like, can I do this act? I have lots of practice to still do, basically, is what I'm saying, and upgrades to make in a month's time when I get home.
Well, I'm excited to see it all come together on the B-Hop stage, virtually, obviously.
I hope it's good enough.
I'm sure it'll be amazing. I don't doubt.
Thank you.
And so also let everyone know where they can find you on socials if they don't already follow you.
Yes, I'm on Instagram and on TikTok at Jess Thunder, but Thunder has no vowels. I made it the most complicated. It's just JESH. Can't even say it. Oh my gosh. JESSTHNDR. So Thunder has no vowels. That's on TikTok and on Instagram, but I'm on Instagram way more than I'm on TikTok.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for chatting with me on this beautiful, is it Wednesday morning where you are at now?
Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. Oh yeah, it is
Yeah.
Tuesday, right? Yeah. It's Tuesday for me too. It's just in the night. Well, yes, thank you so much for being here. I'm glad we finally teed up a time that worked.
Yes.
And
Same.
I really appreciate you coming on.
Thank you. Thank you for having me and messaging me about it. And still,
That's okay. Thank you for responding. I was like, there's no way she's gonna respond. And I was like, oh my God, she's responding.
I'm always on Instagram.
Me too. It's bad. Well, have a lovely rest of your time in London, and good luck with B-Hop and all the rest of the things. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.
Thank you so much to our guest for being on the podcast and letting us take a peek behind the curtain of their lives. Thanks for everyone joining us, and we will see you in our next episode.